It's been about a month now since the global release of Pokemon Masters, and so far the game has been pretty well received. I personally like the game a lot as well, and find myself logging in every day, and it's even taken my focus from some other mobile games that I used to log in every day from. Now that isn't to say that Pokemon Masters is perfect, however, as there are still a lot of flaws with this game, and a lot of things that I think are missing that would be great if they were added to the game. Today we'll be talking about some of the things that I would love to see added to Pokemon Masters, as well as some of the pros and the cons I see with this game, starting off with the cons first. Now before we get too far into this, make sure you guys leave a like, as it really does help the channel grow, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads. Now the first issue I have with Masters is the currency system. Out of every single mobile game I've played so far, which is about 4 or 5 now, Masters seems to be the game that is the most difficult to build up currency in. Pokemon Masters uses gems as currency, and although they did just give out 6,000 gems and an apology for bugs in the game, going through the main missions, which is the best and only way to get gems outside of random gifts, doesn't really take very long. The events in this game also go on for way too long, as the current blue event is a month long and only has a handful of missions which can easily be completed in under an hour. This means that you can exhaust all of the free gems rather quickly and have to rely on your daily logins for gems or spending real money on them, and that's to say if your daily logins are even gems, as you don't get gems for every single day. To the game's credit though, you do unlock a lot of characters through normal gameplay, so you shouldn't really be in a situation where you're stuck with any bad characters, but if you're like me and you've exhausted most or all of your obtainable gems and only have one 5-star trainer, then it does get a bit frustrating. I would personally like to see better daily or even weekly rewards for gems, so you're at least able to get a couple of free scouts a week after you exhaust your main story gems. Now like I touched on earlier, events in this game are handled a bit different than other gacha games I've played. Main events in this game last way too long at about a month, which is ridiculous. The current blue event, which is the first event in this game, is very short and can be beaten in less than an hour. I don't understand why they don't just shorten these events or even have them be weekly or bi-weekly, as someone who completed the main story already and completed this event doesn't really have much of a reason to play every day outside of getting their daily logins. It would be nice to have these daily story missions that rotate every day or so, kind of like how Sega Heroes has it, and allow you to replay them when you come back in order to get rewards from them, so that way you don't just beat them once and then never get any daily mission. This would give players another reason to play every single day, and if a game gives players reasons to log in every day and makes them want to play every day, that's a thriving game in my opinion. This next point is rather strange. You consider the fact that this is a Pokemon game after all, and Pokemon is built on the foundation of battling against other trainers and trading, but this game lacks any sort of PvP or any sort of ranking system. I would personally love to see something like this implemented, as the competition is yet another thing that will keep this game alive and keep players logging in every day. I'm sure there are people around the world out there who play this game who would want to battle and train their teams every day to get them as strong as possible in order to win more online games and be ranked higher in these leaderboards. The Dr. Mario mobile game, which came out a few months ago, does something similar to this with the real-time PvP battles, and they're a lot of fun. They could even implement some sort of event that incorporates a PvP or leaderboard element, so there's incentive to take events more seriously and train your team harder. Something that Sega Heroes does, which is another mobile game I've sunk a ton of time into, is they have events with varying rewards depending on where you rank on the event leaderboard. This would be perfect for Pokemon Masters in my opinion, and they could even use events like this to unlock certain special characters if you play them, rather than relying on a lottery system. As for the sync pairs in general, I feel like there aren't many sync pairs that are very appealing to try and roll for right now in the sync pair scouts. Right now we have Blue with the current event, who is one of the more sought after trainers for sure, but other really popular trainers like Red, Cynthia, Steven, Wally, and all of the evil team leaders throughout the various generations are currently unobtainable or completely absent within the game at this moment. I know a lot of people are hoarding gems right now for a specific reason, holding on for trainers like Red or Cynthia specifically, as there aren't many trainers they care to unlock at this current moment, and they just want to wait. If they made it so some of these more sought after trainers were obtainable in the regular scouting menu or somewhere throughout the game through regular means, then I think more people would play it and be more excited when they unlock characters that they really like. And now for the pros. One of the biggest things Pokemon Masters has going for it is you don't have to spend any of your money if you don't want to. Oftentimes, mobile games will shove sales or limited time deals down your throat, so you spend your real money on this game, or in some cases they make the game extremely difficult to progress in without a certain item or character locked behind a paywall, and Masters doesn't really do that. You can get a fair amount of free sync pair rolls through your gems, and unless you're as unlucky as I was, you should be able to get a couple of 5-star trainers to help boost your team. I've even seen people get multiple 5-stars the day they started playing the game. You even unlock a character after each main story mission, which helps building your rosters of trainers even easier and allows you to have some more diverse team members. This game also seems to appeal to just about every single type of Pokemon fan. Typically, these non-main series type Pokemon games that are spin-offs are focused on a more smaller niche audience amongst the Pokemon audience, such as Pokemon Duel or Pokemon Rumble Rush, both of which are mobile games, but Masters implements core battle mechanics from the main series game and recognizable trainers as well to make it appeal to a more wider audience of newer and older Pokemon fans alike. The game is completely free to start and play as well, meaning there's really nothing to lose by just checking the game out for a couple of minutes yourself if you're curious. Now, I wouldn't say that Masters has the same appeal as other Pokemon games like Pokemon Go was, but it's certainly above a lot of the other spin-off games and definitely amongst one of the more popular ones. And those are just some of the issues I have with Pokemon Masters currently, as well as some of the pros that I think that this game does really well. Overall, I am enjoying this game a lot, but I do think there are a lot of things it still needs and a lot of things that need work with this game. Let me know in the comment section down below which you would like to see implemented in Pokemon Masters in the future. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you all next time, and bye-bye.